So in a shocking turn of events, I started my week at Moulin Rouge. Hi everyone, my name's Chloe, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here today. Today's video is the start of a new weekly reading vlog. It is Monday. I have just got back from the theatre. I have been at work all day. I'm doing a training course, and the training course was a little bit boring, I'm not gonna lie. So I got distracted in the middle of doing this course and looked to see if there were cheap tickets for Moulin Rouge, because I've been looking at them all weekend and I nearly bought them on Saturday and then I decided not to, and it was fine because we went to see A Little Life anyway. But you know, I wanted to see something more cheerful, and I know that people, when I say that Moulin Rouge is more cheerful, some people will think, has that not got a sad ending? Yes, it does. But it makes me happy, and that's the point. So I finally was like, you know what, I've been looking at these tickets too much, I just need to buy them. And they had £15 standing tickets, and like, I can stand up for Moulin Rouge because it's not as bad as standing up for Streetcar Named Desire the other week, because like I get to dance a little bit if I want to, and also I was so invested. Like I didn't actually hurt my feet at all. So yeah, I went to see Moulin Rouge, and so not only was Jamie Moscato on tonight fantastic, I did worry. I went straight in, checked the cast list. We had the alternate for Satine, which I knew we were going to have because the regular Satine always has Mondays off. I was always expecting the alternate for her. We also had a cover for Toulouse-Lautrec, but there were no covers listed for Christian the Composer, so I was very, very happy about that. And then, you know, after the first act, my main thought was, I feel like he's getting better every time I see him in it. Like, every single time I feel like he's just doing something like a little bit different, and I'm loving it. And I was like, this just feels like a really good performance tonight. Like, it's the third time I've seen him in it, and I was like, yeah, this feels like a really, really good performance. And then we got to the second act. We got to Tango de Roxanne, and my friends, Jamie Moscato, did the up-top. I knew he'd started doing it a few months ago, and I'd seen videos of it, but when I'd been to see it, he'd not done it yet. But he did the up-top, which means that I've now seen both Aaron Tveit and Jamie Moscato do the up-top, and I'm happy. Like, no complaints here whatsoever. I had a great time. I did also win the lottery for Operation Mincemeat, which is a new musical that's on, and so I got to buy £25 tickets for those, so we're going to do that on Wednesday. And then we have tickets, something already on Friday and Saturday, so I'm going to be at the theatre a lot this week. Is anyone surprised? What else did I do today? Not very much. I finished Today, Tonight, Tomorrow. I given it 4 stars. I did very much enjoy it. It's just not like a new all-time favourite, so I can't give it a 5. But I had a great time reading it, so that was Lisa's pick for TBR MASH. Well, Lisa's pick, but it was a Meg rec as well, because Meg recommended it to Lisa, and then Lisa was picked for me to read. So thank you to both of them for recommending that. I listened to the audiobook. I was going to listen to Murderbot, All Systems Red, on the way in to the theatre, because I went on my own tonight. So I was like, I can listen to an audiobook on my way in. But then I just decided I wanted to listen to Moulin Rouge on my way in instead, so I was listening to Aaron Tveit on the way in. Then I watched Jamie Moscato, and then on the way back I've listened to the Heather's Cast recording because I just wanted to hear Jamie Moscato's voice again. I have a problem. Anyway, I'm gonna go now, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hello. My voice has gone. It's not, it's just because it's the first time I've actually spoken out loud this morning. It is Wednesday morning. It's like 9 o'clock. I've been awake for a while, but I'm waiting. I'm doing some training with work, and it doesn't start till 9:30, so I thought I would quickly give you an update when I've just been editing last week's vlog, because I realised I didn't film anything yesterday. Or did I start the vlog yesterday? No, I started the vlog on Monday when I went to see Moulin Rouge. I remember. I told you my thoughts on Moulin Rouge, so we don't need to talk about that again, but I will just remind you that he did the op-top. Anyway, it is Wednesday morning. Like I said yesterday, I listened to an entire audiobook. It was a novella, so like, it sounds impressive, but it was a very short audiobook. I listened to All Systems Red by Martha Wells, which is the first book in the Murderbot series. I gave it 4 stars. I had a good time. My only issue is that, like, novellas, you're always sort of just getting into them and then they finish, and that's exactly what I felt like. Like, it's a sci-fi book, so there's a fair amount of world building that you have to do, so I felt like I was sort of just hitting my stride with it, and then it finished. I do think the rest of the series could go very well, though, because obviously I do know a little bit more about it now. I am intrigued, and I will carry on. That was one of Meg's extra picks on my TBR game, so I will be, like, totaling up what everyone's ratings for the books that they've recommended are at the end of the year, like I did this year, but that one won't count because it's an extra one. But I had a good time, so I'm glad I read it. I did also start reading a book that I can't reach at the minute, which is Poison Study. Tori will be happy to hear. I've read 3 chapters, which is only 36 pages. But basically I listened to All Systems Red on Lisa Sprints last night. I think we only actually did 3 sprints. I listened to that on the first 2, and then on the third one I started Poison Study. So like got a decent amount into it to say that I only read it for 45 minutes. I am enjoying it so far. I was a bit concerned because it's an older book. So it was about to say older YA then, but like that didn't make sense. It's a YA book that was published slightly longer ago. I was a bit concerned that maybe like the writing wouldn't be sort of what I would want it to be, because I feel like particularly in sort of like the YA age range and some of the sort of YA books that have been published a while ago, it was still like felt to be that you had to kind of talk down to the readers a little bit, and like not case for everyone obviously, but it just feel like just feel like that is some of the ways that like older YA is dated itself, is that they just talk in a way that's like not realizing that younger readers can actually understand words. But no, the writing for this is good and the story is intriguing me so far. It's about a girl called Yelena who is set to be executed, and then she gets given the option that instead of being executed she can become the royal food taster. So basically she checks for poisons. So at the minute she's learning about the different poisons that she's going to be tasting for, and that is about all that's happened so far, but I am intrigued. Like I said, I've got a full day's training at work. I do have another theatre trip tonight. I don't know if I think I mentioned this on Monday. Like the plan this week was I had 1 theatre trip, no I had 2 theatre trips booked. I can't keep them track in my head. I had 2 booked originally on Friday and Saturday, and then obviously I bought the Moulin Rouge ticket on Monday. And then we've won the lottery for Operation Mincemeat tonight, which I listened to the cast recording for yesterday for the first time, and was not necessarily what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, but like some of the songs sounded like Hamilton, some of them sounded like Six, like some of them sounded more like sort of old school musical theatre songs. It was a real kind of mixture of styles and like different genres of music. It's all very funny. It's all like, it is a comedy musical, but I feel like for the cast recording, like listening to that without seeing it, because it's set during like the World War II, it's all very much like they've all got very strong British accents and all saying like jolly gosh throughout everything, and it's just a bit like, I think it'll work in person. On a cast recording it feels a little bit cringy at the minute, but I've heard nothing but good things about this show, so I'm very, very excited to see what it's like. But yeah, I will probably next update you, unless I remember to update you after I finish work, if I have managed to read a little bit more on my lunch break. It'll probably end up being that I'll update you with B-roll from the theatre, and then some clip when I get back tonight, give you my thoughts. So that is pretty much everything I need to catch you up on for now, and I will talk to you guys later. Hello, it is still Wednesday. It is the evening time. We have just got back from the theatre, seeing Operation Mincemeat, which I don't quite know how to sum up my feelings on it. I enjoyed it, but I'd listened to the cast recording before, because I listened to it yesterday and today, so I had a bit of an idea what to expect, and I knew it was like a comedy musical, but I feel like I just wasn't expecting exactly what it was on stage. Like there was just a lot. There was a lot. I said this earlier. There were a lot of different music styles in there. There was like just a lot. Like by the end of it, you can tell where all the budget went on the show, and it was very fun. But yeah, like I may have more thoughts. Hopefully by the time I do like an actual theatre wrap up. Meg also has very little like coherent thoughts on it.
No, I can recommend that listen to it before you go.
Meg was very taken aback. She made a comment about how she made a joke about something being techno, not thinking it would actually happen.
Yeah.
And then it very much did.
Yeah. It was the first song back after the interval.
And
I was just like, I wanted to turn and be like, what is happening? Did I not say? But I couldn't, because that's not theatre etiquette.
No. People in front of us left at the interval. So that was fun.
Yeah.
But the girl next to me was loving it. I think she'd been before. But yeah. I have no reading updates. Meg has read, she's read Dead Romantics, which I'm very happy about. But I will give you reading updates hopefully tomorrow. So bye for now. Hello, it is now Friday. I don't think I filmed a clip yesterday. I am getting ready to film a video right now. I should have filmed it like half an hour ago, and then I got distracted watching a YouTube video that's really like throwing me out of sorts, which sounds ridiculous to say, but it has. So I'm filming this vlog clip to try and like get myself back on track to actually film. But yeah, it's just a little bit strange. So I am going to start filming now. I have a tag video that should only take like 10 minutes to film, hopefully. It's quite a quick one, and it needs to go up tomorrow, but I'm busy like tonight and tomorrow for like, we're basing it around theatre shows, of course we are. I'm going to see a theatre show tonight, and then I'm going to a matinee and an evening show tomorrow, and the video needs to go up at 4 p.m. tomorrow. The Tonight Show is only an hour and a half long without an interval, but it starts at 8, so it should be finished by 9:30, so hopefully I should get back for like 10:30ish. But we will see. So if I can film it now, I can then edit it tonight and have it up tomorrow for the time it should be up. Do potentially want to go shopping in the morning as well before the matinee, so busy day tomorrow, which is why I want to get everything sorted tonight. But yeah, we will see how it goes. This is talking to a camera has made me feel better, because I was like on the verge of tears before, which sounds again really weird, but yeah, just a video that sort of threw me off a little bit. So anyway, I am gonna go and film now. Bye. Hello, I'm very shiny.
I'd rather be shiny.
There's a Meg.
Hi.
In case you didn't tell from singing.
I'm always here.
Well, you do live here, so that does make sense. It is Saturday. Is it Saturday? Is that what day of the week it is? My brain is mush. We went to the theatre last night. I filmed B-roll, but we went to see Once on This Island. It was more, like, less baffling than the show we went to see the other night, I would say.
It was.
Like, easier to watch and comprehend.
It made more sense.
It did. It was a good show. It was fun.
It was a good show.
We both forgot that it was like a one-act show, and that it started late, and we were just like, oh yeah.
I never knew.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, you forgot what time it started, as did I. And then I knew it was a one-act show and just forgot about it completely.
No. But it started at 8.
Yeah, it meant we finished at like 9:30. It was like a nice early evening. And then an early morning, because we went furniture shopping. We did not actually buy any furniture, but we've got options. So
we will tomorrow.
Yes. And now we are going to go and see Fisherman's Friends. And then we're going to go and see Bonnie and Clyde for the closing night.
We are.
I have no reading updates because I have not read anything since I read those like 50 pages of Poisons today. But theatre was fun. So I don't think I have anything else to say. Do you have any more thoughts on the show from last night? I know that was the most vague thoughts ever that I gave them.
I'm looking forward to listening to the soundtrack more. It was definitely like fun.
Yeah.
I'm sad that there were so few people in the audience.
Yeah, it was like very empty. It's an open air theatre though as well, so I think, and it's a bit further out of the way, so I feel like that.
Yeah.
Contributes.
Like I understand why it wasn't super full, but like I wish that more people were seeing it. Because it was like interesting. Are we going to talk about the history lesson?
So there's a section. Basically, the whole show is like it's set on Haiti, and it is the people telling these kids this story of like, it's like a fable basically, and within this story there is also like a story of the island itself and the history of the French coming over there, but they chose to tell it in an interesting way.
They had giant puppets,
like paper mache puppet type things.
A paper mache man, just a giant head and some hands, and then they had legs.
Like, so basically there was a story that this white French man had come over to the island and slept with a black peasant girl and made a mixed race baby. And there was like, because basically a lot of the island is very sort of separated between dark skinned and light skinned people, and sort of people who have money and people who don't. And the way that they symbolised that was to have this giant pair of legs appear from underneath a flag, and then and then this like guy just rolls out from the middle of it, because that's just been given birth to. It was a choice.
It was a choice.
It's the only way I can describe it.
We were both taken aback by the choice.
The cast were really, really good.
The cast were phenomenal.
Yeah, like the lead actress in particular, I can't remember her name at this point in time, but I will talk about it properly in my theatre wrap up. But she was very, very good.
Yeah.
But now we're going to go because we need to go and see Fisherman's Friends. So we'll talk to you later. Bye. filmed a closing clip to this vlog. It's now Monday evening and I thought I should probably wrap it up. I have no further reading updates. I didn't really read much in this week's vlog, did I? I don't know. I may have finished something. Possibly. I have no idea. I think I read what All Systems Red. Maybe. And I started Poisons today, but I've read no more of it since. Theatre on Saturday, Fisherman's Friends, was fun. Like, it's not something I'm gonna necessarily want to watch again. It's not something I'll listen to the cast recording of. It was fun, like I said. Like, there were a lot of sea shanties involved, which I'm not like overly fussed about. So I mean, I knew that was what it was going into it, but like said, like, glad I saw it, but nothing to kind of draw me back to it, because it wasn't like the story was sort of compelling enough to make me want to see it again anyway. But glad I saw it. Bonnie and Clyde was again fun to go and see it. I think it's probably the last time I'm going to see it for a while. It's announced it's doing a tour, but I'm not like too fussed about going to see the tour. I've seen it 5 times now, I think. 6 times now, and that's including the concert 2 times at the Hearts last year and then 3 times during this run. So I do enjoy it as a whole. I think every time I enjoy it just that little bit less. I've not been like the biggest fan of some of the changes they've made to this particular run, as I've discussed in my theatre wrap up, and I mean, it might be interesting to see a different cast do it. I've seen the same performances quite a lot now, so it'd be interesting just to see something new with it. But it all very much depends at the minute. I'm not planning on seeing the tour, but obviously if a new cast gets announced, I'm really excited for them, maybe, but we will see. But yeah, that is pretty much everything for the vlog. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff down below, and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Bye.